were actually part of Operation Provide Comfort. Pretty sophisticated helicopters, and I was just so excited that they were able to get something besides people on the ground looking for them.
Quick, Matt, they might come back.
Dad, I can't get my boot on. It won't fit.
I'll help you. Don't cry.
I'm sorry, Dad.
It was one of ours.
It was a Black Hawk.
No doubt. And next time, I'll make sure they see us.
To see this Black Hawk was a solid sign that they were putting everything into the search. I knew that would be a challenge if they ever came back, that I'd have to figure out a better way to be spotted.
How's your feet?
I can't feel them.
About every 30 minutes to an hour, I would take his feet and put them on my belly and let the core body temperature warm him up. It was also an opportunity to periodically check and see how his feet were doing, and I could see that they were still getting worse.
How about that? You want to try standing up, get the circulation going?
Oh. Dad, let's just stay here.
Mike can't carry Matthew to safety.
I'm gonna take your boot, okay?
So he pins all his hopes on rescue.
I figured, use these boots that he's probably not going to use. It's bright and sunny outside, and it just seemed like now might be a good time to go and do a little more exploring.
Mike knows that the improved weather will make the search easier, but they're hard to spot down amongst the trees.
I had to do everything in my power to get them to see me. And if I was to be seen, I needed to get up above where we were. And I thought, you know, if I could go across the stream and climb up on top of that ridge, I figured it'd be a lot easier to be spotted.
But climbing to the top of the ridge would mean leaving Matthew alone, and Mike's not prepared to consider doing that yet. The search is still concentrated around the resort. Mike and Matthew are miles away, on the other side of the mountain.
It's the fourth day, and all of a sudden we heard this helicopter sound.
Look up there.
I didn't have much time to get outside. I didn't even have time to put my boots on. It came seemingly out of nowhere. I could even see the American flag painted on the side. It just flew right over the top of us and was gone. It never made 2 passes.
Mike realizes that the helicopters aren't looking for them where they are. They're flying over on their way to a search grid on the other side of the mountain.
My hopes took a plunge into despair.
They're never gonna find us, Dad.
Matt, listen. There's a ridge I'm gonna try and get to the top of. Maybe see a way out.
What's the point?
We gotta stay positive.
Matt, snap out of it!
Dad, you're wrong. We're never gonna get out of here. We're gonna die here.
Mike now faces the unthinkable. Matthew can't move, Mike won't leave without him. But if they wait to be rescued, they may die together. Mike's survival strategy is to wait to be found. He thinks the ski resort, and therefore rescue, is close by and visible from the top of the ridge. But as the days pass, his and Matthew's conditions are deteriorating.
I kind of did this morbid calculation that, you know, it'd be better to come back without my feet than not at all. I kept putting myself in that situation where I've left a family behind without a father. I just couldn't face the reality of that. I found myself looking at Matthew as he lay there sleeping, and he just looked so peaceful, almost like a little angel as he lay there sleeping, and I became aware of just how fragile he was.
One of the new developments is the Office of Special Investigations is coming over. Well, they just wanted pictures, you know, and as current as I could get them. They're talking about putting things in the paper, and I'm wondering, are they trying to figure out if they've found the bodies, what they would look like or something?
Next morning, during his daily explorations, Mike, though weakened by the cold and lack of food, decides to tackle the ridge.
We're hearing helicopter sounds for a long time. They've come by and they've flown directly overhead, but primarily they're over in this one area. This is probably where the ski resort is. They've done the calculation, how far is a father and a 10-year-old child gonna go? I tried it several times, and it seemed every time I did that, there were big boulders and trees falling, and I just could not get up on top of this ridge.
Yeah, I understand. But we still have the Hueys, right?
The search is winding down. The American military withdraws, leaving the Turkish soldiers to continue, using less sophisticated aircraft.
Colonel Fitzgerald was telling me that they're going to change the type of helicopter that they're going to have out, and it's just going to map out the area where they think they are so that they can go back and find their bodies in the spring.
Mike and Matthew's disappearance is still a major news story. Colonel Fitzgerald calls a press conference in the resort hotel.
If we do not find any more information in the next 24 to 36 hours, then we may consider stopping the search and assume for this particular location that the bodies are underneath the snow.
I'm just infuriated at that thought because I just don't think they're gone. I shouldn't give up.
Can I get you a cup?
Colonel Fitzgerald has come over to the house.
They want to look at the options again, Mary.
He's talking about, well, maybe they skied over a ridge and didn't even realize in the dark.
This kind of snow coverage.
He's got pictures of all this tons and tons of snow, and you can't even tell trees are trees, and of course it is pretty bad looking.
Mike wouldn't leave Matt. They're waiting for us to find them.
Yes,
I don't know, I just feel like I should have a sense, if they're gone, that I would know it.
Mike's first attempt to reach the top of the ridge has failed. But he knows that getting there offers the one chance he has of saving Matthew.
They didn't come.
When we get out of here, I'm gonna buy you the biggest hamburger you've ever seen. A basket of fries, a bucket of Coke.
You know what, Dad? Really? What I want is a pizza.